Good afternoon, Young Living members. Thank you so much for joining me for another Facebook Live. It's Monday, it's 5 o'clock in Britain, so you know where you're supposed to be. Today, you have given me your hardest and most difficult to answer questions about ningxia red. And I am so excited that I've had the opportunity to answer a lot of these questions because a lot of them were not easy. So let's get ready. We're going to start today with just a little bit of inspiration. So a bit of oil, give us something to look forward to throughout our time together. So first, let's talk about what is the ningxia wolfberry? What does it do for us and where does it come from, etc., etc. So question number one. Is the wolfberry the same as the goji berry? Both of these questions, both of these plants come from the same family, the Lycium barbarum and the Lycium chinesiae. So both plants can be generic names for the same thing. So are goji berries and wolfberries the same thing? Yes, pretty much. So what makes ningxia red so special? Well, first and foremost, we have balanced ingredients for whole body nutrient infusion for health and wellness. It helps to provide energy support, contains powerful ingredients that are involved in many antioxidant processes. It supports whole body health and wellness, helps prevent against oxidative stress, and helps to support normal eye health. Other things that are very special about the wolfberry are that it contains all of our necessary amino acids. So these are all of the essential amino acids. There are two different types of amino acids, one that our body can make and others that we have to take in from the diet. Many people think that you can't get all of your necessary amino acids from a vegetarian diet. But the wolfberry, because it contains all of our necessary amino acids, will provide all of them that you need to take in through the diet. So, other great things. The wolfberry is one of the most protein-dense fruits out there. It's 13 to 16% protein by weight. So not only are you getting all the amino acids that you need, you're also getting them in a very rich, dense form. Highest whole food source of potassium of any food out there. Love potassium. Great levels of zinc. Remember when we talked about zinc? What does zinc do? It's that cofactor, that helping hand that is involved in hundreds of different enzyme reactions. Definitely need the zinc. What about fiber? Tons of fiber inside the wolfberry. So a great diverse litany of different nutrients and minerals to help support total body wellness. Our wolfberry is sourced at our partner farm in China. It has been used, wolfberries have been used in Chinese medicine and as a part of the natural Chinese diet for over 2,000 years. And our dried berries are certified as organic. We also are very strategic about where we source the water that goes on the plants because we've been asked before, and yes, some of this water does come out of the Yellow River. And we are strategic to make sure that we source it above areas of dense population so that we avoid a lot of the pollutants that come out when you flow a river through places where there are lots of different dense populate. Okay, so number one question that I get asked all the time about ningxia red. Why is there sodium benzoate in ningxia red? So remember last week when we learned how to play question with a question? My favorite question to follow up when I'm talking to someone about sodium benzoate is I say, wow, if you don't eat sodium benzoate, you must be missing so many fruits. When's the last time you ate a prune or a cranberry or a clove or cinnamon or apples? And as soon as they're like, well, I ate apples last week, you're like, oh, then you ate naturally occurring sodium benzoate. Sodium benzoate is a naturally occurring preservative that occurs in a ton of different fruits, vegetables, spices, and herbs. It is there to protect the plant from fermenting. Here's the other thing. Young Living is a great company. We are straightforward. We are upfront about what is in our products. We are not bound by law in any nation to even disclose to you that there is sodium benzoate in ningxia red. Why? because there's so little of it. The concentration of sodium benzoate in ningxia red is 0.00025%. 0.00025%. According to the Food and Drug Administration of the United States, anything less than 0.2% does not have to be disclosed on a label, and anything less than 0.1% is considered safe for human consumption. So we're talking about something that's 1,000 times less than what is generally considered safe for human consumption. So yes, we put it on the label because we want you as our members to make informed decisions. But there's so little sodium benzoate in there that we are not required to even disclose it. So that brings up the question, is it 100% naturally sourced? By law, we are required to have at least 5% of synthetic sodium benzoate. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's the law. We abide by the law because we want to bring you these products. And so be honest with people. And if people say, I don't want to drink it, then say, okay, move on. Talk to them about another product. Next question. Can someone who is pregnant or nursing take ningxia nitro? All right, my standard response to any time anyone says, can I take ningxia or nitro while I'm pregnant? I'm like, girl, I don't know. You're the one that's pregnant, not me. You know your body better than I do, and you are an empowered mama who can make your own decisions. So here is the thing that if I were a pregnant woman that I would want to think about. The American College of Obstetrics and Gynecologists, as well as the National Health Service of the United Kingdom, requires or recommends that pregnant women and nursing women stay below 200 milligrams of caffeine per day. So ningxia nitro contains caffeine. Ningxia red does not contain any caffeine. Ningxia zing contains caffeine. So if all of these organizations say 200 milligrams or less per day, ningxia zing and ningxia nitro have approximately 35 to 40 milligrams of caffeine per each tube or can. So if you are a pregnant or a nursing mom and you choose to say, you know what, I'm okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of caffeine even while I'm pregnant, this does fit within the recommended guidelines from the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecologists, as well as the National Health Service of the United Kingdom. To put that into perspective, ningxia, 35 to 40 milligrams, that is less than the average cup of coffee, the average mug of tea, and believe it or not, less than the average chocolate bar. So you're getting less caffeine. You're getting it from green tea or white tea extract. So in ningxia nitro, it comes from a green tea extract, and in ningxia zing, it comes from a white tea extract. What about if I'm breastfeeding? So caffeine does pass through breast milk. So there's no real risk to the baby, whereas taking caffeine while you're pregnant has been shown in excessive levels to increase the risk of lower birth weights, which can lead to problems later in life. After birth, the caffeine does not necessarily pose a harm to the baby, but it can make the baby a bit unsettled. So if you find that your baby's having trouble sleeping or seems restless, cut back on caffeine. Consider pumping and dumping, as some women choose to do after medications or a glass of wine. Pump and dump if you want to get rid of all of that caffeine from the baby. So before birth, there is a risk of excessive caffeine use. After birth, it's just gonna make the baby fussy and potentially make it hard for baby to sleep. Okay, next question. When can I start giving my kids ningxia red? Again, a standard response. You are an empowered mama. You are an empowered daddy. You know your children better than I do, and I don't know what is the best thing for your child. Here's the questions that you can ask yourself. Ningxia, zing, nitro, none of them are specifically labeled for use in children. If you choose to use ningxia, zing, or nitro in your children, you may consider using a bit less to start out with, You may consider growing and adding more gradually. I also recommend talk to your peers. You guys as our members know so much product information. You know more than you think you do. Talk to your peers. When did they start giving ningxia to their children? When do you start giving nitro to your kids? Question for you as a parent, are you cool with your kid having caffeine? That's up to you as an empowered parent to decide. Next question. Ningxia has so much sugar. Can I use it while I have diabetes? Again, you have diabetes, not me. So all I can do is say, if I take a packet of ningxia, I look on the back and I say, per the 60 milliliters in here, there's about 5 grams of sugar. According to the American Diabetes Association, a place to start for each person with diabetes is about 45 to 60 grams of carbs or sugar per meal. So can ningxia be a healthy part of a person with diabetes normal diet? Absolutely. Just like fruit juices can be. Simply keep in mind that this does have some naturally occurring sugar from fruit, and keep it in part of that 45 to 60 grams of sugar carbohydrates that are recommended per meal. If you notice spikes in your blood sugar, which is an important thing, if you have diabetes, check your blood sugar. Check. Don't rely on someone else to tell you whether this is safe. Drink it, wait 15 minutes, check your blood sugar and see if it's any higher. Okay, if you notice spikes in your blood sugar, you may consider adding healthy fats or healthy proteins in with those meals so that the sugars will potentially be absorbed more slowly, which decreases the spikes that are in the blood sugar. Okay, this was a tough question. This next one, I really had to research. So, wolfberries are nightshades. Nightshades cause inflammation. Why can I drink wolfberries and not have all of this inflammation? Here is what I found. Nightshades are a family of botanicals known as Solanaceae. They get their name from the black nightshade, belladonna, which was added into enemies' drinks in ancient Rome in order to kill them. So Solanaceae include things like potatoes, tomatoes, paprikas, eggplants, tobacco, and certain peppers. There is evidence to suggest that nightshades contain alkaloids, and alkaloids may cause certain problems with the body, such as inflammation that leads to arthritis, insomnia, gallbladder problems, etc. So, the solanine that is found within Solanaceae families are naturally occurring in the leaves and the fruits and the tubers. And in isolation, they help to protect the plant from predators, including other animals, or animals since plants aren't animals, funguses, and other pests that may attack the plant. So why is it... So here's one thing I learned. It takes a lot of solanine in order to cause this inflammatory reaction. In order to cause an acute toxicity to where you would really feel super sick and you would really want to be searching out care from a physician, it would take, on an average sized person, so 70 kilograms, average sized person, 150 or so pounds, it would take 4.5 pounds of ripe potatoes and 2 pounds of green potatoes in one sitting to cause this type of toxicity. Okay, that is because solanine is found in much higher concentration in unripened plants because the plant is trying to protect itself from being attacked from funguses and pesticides. So when we harvest our wolfberries, we ensure that we have harvested them when they are ripe so that much of that solanine has gone away. So since they're in this family, the question is, do they cause inflammation in a nightshade sensitive person? While solanine and solanaceae plants all contain some level of these alkaloids that have caused many problems and been demonstrated to cause many problems, the wolfberry contains also high levels of polysaccharides, and polysaccharides have been shown to be very different than alkaloids. I can't tell you a ton about it, but I found a really great article called Evidence-Based Updates. I can't tell you. Just go Google. Go Google wolfberry inflammation, and it's about the second or the third hit. It is a paper from Drug Design, Development, and Therapy. Go find this article. It's amazing. It's free, available to everyone online, and it is fantastic because it goes through what the polysaccharides do that are completely different than what the alkaloids do. In the paper, the authors themselves cite another paper that demonstrates that people who ingest the juice of the wolfberry have been shown to have greater well-being and greater support for normal immune function. So you may ask me, but Lindsay, that makes no sense. How can it be in the Solanaceae family and it has all the alkaloids, but it still for some reason is not the same? I don't know. Nature's great. Nature is complicated, and just because one part of a plant is bad for you doesn't make the plant in its entirety bad for you. There is so much diversity and so much cool stuff that is out there in the chemistry of plants and the biology of plants. So I don't know why it behaves differently. I just think it does. So let's just go with that. Go read this article. Everybody's asking, where's this article? It's an article in Drug Design, Development, and Therapy. So how can I get away with sharing this article, which I know has information that we as a company cannot make claims about? So here's the thing. If you're going to post an article, here's what regulatory wants you to think about. Does the article present both positive and negatives? Does it present a well-balanced information about a different plant or a different essential oil or whatever it is? Because if it's presenting things that are balanced and not totally skewed towards the positive or totally skewed towards the negative, then you have much better abilities to share and say, I am not making these claims in order to drive sales. I am making these claims in order to drive education about these ingredients. So you have a little bit of flexibility there. Okay, so now you have answers to some of your toughest science questions about ningxia. And now it is time for all of us to do something together. I want all of us to join together in a 30-day ningxia challenge in September. Leaders out there, it is time for you to get your downline on board, and we've got a whole plan. Here's what we want to happen. You've got the rest of the month to get your team on board. Get them to purchase their zinc, get them to purchase their 30 days of ningxia red, and get them to purchase one thing of nitro. Then you're going to take Ed Daly's advice. You're going to take Ed Daly's advice, and for 1 week, each week, you are going to get embodied knowledge. Embodied knowledge. What is that? Number 1, week 1, everything's about ningxia red. Grab your team, everybody who's going to participate with you each day, be it on Facebook, be it on a Zoom call, be it on whatever it is. Every day, each of you learn one new fact about ningxia. You either read an article, you read, you learn, you listen to someone, you research what essential oils are infused into ningxia. Learn a little bit about those. Week 1, it's all about the ningxia. Week 2, it's time to get some more embodied knowledge. So let's start talking zing. I want each and every one of you to be able to talk about what is in the zing that makes it so special and makes it so different. Week 3, it's time to kick it up a notch and get the nitro involved. Get your team each and every day learning something about an ingredient in nitro. Challenge your team. Go watch my video about nitro. Have you forgotten what bioenergy D ribose is? Time to go learn. The more time that we spend listening and learning and simultaneously using the products, the more confidence we gain to be able to quickly and easily respond to questions as they come up. Last week of the month, we're going to celebrate the berry that started it all, and we're going to celebrate the wolfberry. So learn, remember, learn about protein content, learn about zinc, learn about fiber, learn about potassium, learn about what sets it apart from all the other fruits that are out there. So you've got a challenge. Who's joining me? September 1st. Here's the thing too. I want all of you to hashtag it up. Hashtag ningxia every day. Hashtag ningxia every day. Because if you've been drinking ningxia and you know what a difference it's made for you, share it with everyone. Share it with everyone. Get people excited to learn and to be a part of a group and Team YL. Hashtag ningxia every day. Some people may say, you know what, I drank ningxia and I don't feel that much different. Wait till you stop drinking it. Wait till you stop drinking it and then you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it big time. I go 3 days without this stuff and I want to cry. Once you pop, you can't stop. It's good stuff. I can't wait to see all of your selfies, to see all of your team's posts, to see everything that you guys do to make Ningxia Challenge September 2016 a huge success. Hashtag Ningxia every day. Let's blow this up. Let's get some total body wellness out there. Let's get support ingredients that go into our antioxidant processes and get support against oxidative stress, support our eyes, support our total health, and most importantly, build a team that has a common goal that we can all do together. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Follow me, Instagram, Twitter, @thepharmacistALA. I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. I haven't decided what I'm doing next week. Post here. What do you want me to do? And I cannot wait to see everyone who wants to join the Ningxia Everyday Challenge. Mwah! See you next week, everybody.